All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Redskins. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Blake. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean reins to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Conley, he completes it to Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Conley looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing to start the drive. Blake, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Blake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Johnson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd down, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Conley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Thomas the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Conley. It's caught. Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a first carry for their fullback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Let's go, D.
From the gun, Blake. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. That looked a little bit off. You expect more leg out of him, but he did get it to go.
But you and I both know sometimes depending on the angle, they may take a little bit off of the kick in order to make sure that they line it up properly and bring it home through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Conley sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Blake, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He'll take into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the toss, here's Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Saints on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Conley. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Murray. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. An update from Denver. The Chargers have taken the early lead over the Broncos. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Blake. Got a man, it's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down, Montgomery. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Conley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Conley. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Picked off right around the 43. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Now a play fake here on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Hey, baby. Good stuff. Keep doing that.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll run it with Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
You. Watch out.
They'll run it with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Conley looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. Touchdown number 18 on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get them one closer.
16, Saints 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
To throw on 2nd down. Blake, they'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Finds his target, Montgomery. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Blake. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
From the gun on third down, Blake. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Peterson. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, first and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter from Oakland. The Raiders have moved out in front in that ball game. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another first and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Saints on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. 2nd and 2. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
I like the play call. Go to the play action, see if you can sneak your tight end out there and find him open in the end zone.
Yeah, just defensively, they weren't fooled and able to bat it away. They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try to run it in. Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a fourth and goal. The kick by Lutz is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. James has got it. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Back to throw. Blake, that's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught by Montgomery. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Mike 55, Mike 55. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. 55's Mike.
Back to throw. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll go with a keeper. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Switch.
A toss, left side, Johnson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one